Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your US General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Tuesday, as you can see. We just now making it back over to the storage unit. Okay, getting back to it as usual, ready to get busy. All right. This morning I did receive a package that unfortunately it was supposed to have been delivered to me Saturday. But the USPS service, they've been BSing around a little bit. Then technically I was supposed to receive it yesterday with quite a few other packages, knowing that the package that I was supposed to be had delivered on Saturday winded up in the same location as the other packages that I received yesterday. But for some reason they didn't send this particular package that I received this morning. So now I do have it on hand, so we're gonna be able to take a good look at that so that I can get back into, some of these modifications that I would technically like to do to this 5-drawer US General tool cart. Okay. Just as well as there's gonna be some other things that I'm gonna demonstrate and show in this particular video. I did come across something yesterday morning while I was browsing, looking for some very specific equipment. So I'm gonna get a little bit into detail with that and give you a couple of visuals and show you a couple of things that I just happened to come across, just to put the information out there, if some of the individuals out there never seen them before. Okay. So we're going to take a look at that package. I'm going to get it out, get it to the top of the tool cart, and we're going to dive right in. But as I always state, as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay? So I ain't gonna hold you up too much more longer in the introductory of things like that. So we're gonna dive right in and get to it. So walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, as you can see now, I basically have the box and the package sitting at the top of the tool cart. Got my box cutters out, so I'm about to get the contents from out the box so that we can inspect the items, take a good look and get a good visual for things. All right, so walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, I got the content from out the box. I need to get the plastic wrapping off so that we can take a good look at things. All right. Okay, now that I got the contents out so that you can get a good visual, okay. What you're taking a look at is Milwaukee M18 battery mounts. Okay, this is gonna be for my battery solutions. Connected it to the cart, technically to free up the space of the drawers and things like that, because I do technically have a lot of cordless equipment, just as well as I do have quite a few air pneumatic impact tools, which pneumatic impact is my initial first go-to. Cordless tools is not my first initial go-to, but I do have a lot of cordless tools, to be able to attack certain situations, whether in shop or outside of shop when air is less accessible. So, that's when those tools come into play when called upon at my disposal of things. All right. But what you're taking a look at here, like I stated, is these are M18 battery mounts. I believe that these are custom made. These are not made by the brand of Milwaukee. Okay. This was a particular purchase and pickup that came from off of eBay. All right. Each of these technically costs about $3 and some change. But I think that the more that you buy from the seller, that the price actually comes down or something like that. I think I only paid roughly about $11 or $12, okay, for each of them. But as you can see, towards the front, if you can get a good visual, okay, they say M18 on the front. And as you can see here, they have 3 slots so that you can drill your hardware. The ones that I have for the M12 line, okay, this was something that I forgot to mention in those particular videos. When you're using a drill driver, okay, what you technically want to do is you want to establish your holes first when you're drilling. Okay, you don't want to apply an impact to these right here because they will crack. They're made of like some type of foam and plastic type material. They are durable, but they're not durable to sustain an impact from an impact gun. Okay, but as you can see, Okay, and you see the slotted ends here. I'm gonna get out a Milwaukee original M18 5.0 battery so that you can basically get a good visual, to how those would technically look, right? Okay, so basically, to give you a good visual, now that I have quite a few items out, as you can see, to the far left, this is our original 5.0 Milwaukee battery right here. And as you can see, I have the mount slotted to the top of the batteries so that you can see that they do fit well. Just as well to the right hand side, I have your normal standard 2.0 Milwaukee M18 battery. Okay, so like I pointed out, that you do have the three holes for your hardware and things like that. Okay. I'm glad that these particular mounts came in the correct color, because the last previous mounts that I had picked up for the M12, I actually had to change the color because they weren't as red as these particular ones. The ones that I had picked up for the M12 line, I actually had to change the color on them to actually match the particular red that I have amongst the whole particular cart. Okay, so that's pretty much that. So I will be getting to this modification. Not today. I will take care of this modification starting tomorrow, because I need to run to a hardware store and get some more hardware. Um I have some hardware, but I don't have enough for all four. And technically I need to order more of these. I just needed to get four at the prior moment to take a good visual to how I'm going to mount and how I'm going to install them, because I do have more than quite a few M18 batteries, because as you can see in my equipment, I do actually have, quite a few M18 line tools, just as well as I have, more than a few of M12 tools. Okay. So I'm going to move into the next segment of this video. All right. And I'm going to talk about some things that I appreciate, if you stick around, because this might, become a little interesting to you. Okay, I'm gonna go off to discuss something that I technically came across yesterday morning while I was on eBay. All right, so we're gonna dive right in and we're gonna get to it. So walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, to start this off, yesterday morning, basically I was browsing around on eBay, all right, because when I'm obtaining certain particular equipment, I'm not just browsing when I'm searching to purchase certain equipment, like on a humble and just, out there just looking, for a particular or good deal. A lot of times when I am browsing and searching for equipment, I'm searching for very specific key type equipment. Okay, when I am in my needs, and my personal preference as far as what I'm looking for at a particular time. So yesterday, as I was browsing, through YouTube, happened to come across Montevello Mustang's video. Okay, and he was talking about something in a particular video, and he went off the mention to talk about some stubby sockets. Okay, in the video, I believe he was showing some Macos, and he went to make a comment about the Astros, okay, which I know that the Astros have low profile stubby sockets just as well as I believe Sonex. But yesterday morning, I happened to be on eBay, okay, and I happened to come across a very specific particular item that I've never seen before. I'm not quite sure have everybody else ever seen them before. Um, and from my understanding, I do know that Gray Pneumatic and Astro Pneumatic make these low clearance, low profile adapters, okay, which you can find, I believe, on eBay and Amazon and some other sites for particular low prices and, reasonable prices and cheap, okay. But yesterday, while I was on eBay early in the morning, while I was browsing, I just happened to come across a particular ad underneath the snap-on listings, okay, looking at some snap-on equipment, and I happened to come across a three-piece set of low clearance adapters that I've never seen before. I'm not quite sure whether anybody else out there has came across them, and if they have, drop a comment on the video, tell me your opinions or whatever the case might be. All right, but when I happened to come across them, I just happened to notice that they were in the bid, and I believe there was like 3 or 4 people that was bidding on them. But by the time that I happened to witness the listing, the price was already at $61. Okay, I never took a look to see how long the particular bid was going for, as far as the listing expiring. But during a time when I just happened to notice the picture, the very first thing I said to myself is, here, maybe, somebody posted this listing in the Snap-on listings, but those adapters aren't Snap-on. They have to be Astro Pneumatic or Gray Pneumatic. So I was kind of curious. So what I did was is I opened the photos, okay, to the particular listing. And when I actually opened the photos, I was actually kind of shocked because I've never seen these before, and I actually have the master Snap-on catalog, just as well as, I have a tool truck dealer. I be on a Snap-on truck and things like that. So there's a lot of equipment that I'm aware of. There's a lot of equipment that I'm aware of that some Snap-on dealers aren't even aware of that actually have trucks. There's been plenty of occasions where I've been on a truck and I had to inform my dealer, of certain particular items, and he would pull it up online and couldn't find it. Okay, but then I happen to get the part numbers or item numbers, and then I bring them back to him, and then he logs it in, and then he gets shocked because he's like, how did you discover this? How did you find this? Okay, but it happens because I'm looking for certain particular items. So it's just to say, you'll never find something unless you're actually looking for it, or you know that it exists. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in this particular video, I'm going to show you the actual listing from my eBay account, showing and demonstrating these particular sockets. Okay, so I'm gonna get my other tablet out. I'm gonna get it to the top of the tool cart, and we're gonna take a look at a couple of things, just as well as I actually do to have the live photos of these particular low clearance sockets. Okay, so walk with me. Let's get it. So just to give you a clear view, okay, and these are low clearance sockets, as you can see. And you can see that this was an auction, and they basically sold for $62. This auction ended yesterday. Okay, so to go a little further, as you can see, it even gave item description numbers. Okay, and as you can see, it says that these are rare. This was a liquidating company. Okay, so just to give you a quick shot, and as you can see, these are Snap-on, made in the USA. This is 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive right here. Okay, and to go a little closer, as you can see, the USA. Okay, and this is to give you another clear shot of them. Once again, 1/4 inch, 3/8 drive and 1/2 inch drive, and these are Snap-on. And then this was the last photo. Okay, and you can see the thin design on the low clearance adapters. Okay, these are USA made right here. So pretty much when I came across that yesterday, you know, in the comments on Montevello Mustang's particular video, I got into a discussion with him. So he said to me, Darian, here's my Gmail. He wanted me to take a screenshot and send him the listing, but unfortunately, I couldn't screenshot it. So I actually downloaded the pictures and I sent him those particular 3 pictures to show him that, that these adapters exist. But when you get online, okay, you cannot find these particular items. They do have a rare Mac tool set out there like that, just as well as Mako actually has a 3-piece low clearance adapter set like that also, that now, because I was doing the research, I just happened to locate them just last night and things like that. So, if you've seen them out there before, or, somebody has them and you know that they selling them, holla at me because I can use them. I'm a little tight that I didn't make that purchase because I was about to bid on them. And the only reason why I didn't bid is because I was already in 5 other different particular biddings that I was actually winning. Okay. And The bids were soon to expire, so I wanted to make sure, that the capital was there just in case those bids were particularly successful, because when I did come across those adapters, technically I wasn't looking for them. Okay, it was just something that I just randomly just came across and things like that of that nature. All right. So now I'm going to move into the next segment of this particular video to get out a couple of other items, to discuss a couple other things, just to put some informative information out there, just in case some people or some viewers out there seen them before or they don't know. All right. So we're going to get to it and dive right in. So walk with me. Okay, first and foremost, quite some time ago, I did put out a few videos called Milwaukee tools that most people don't know exist. Okay, and I have done reviews on this particular item. The reason why I'm coming back to this particular item at the prior moment, because this is a rare set to technically have here in the United States. Just as well as we have all sorts of different type of Milwaukee line equipment, especially now coming to the automotive service field. Okay, this is a particular item that you can see visual pictures of, but technically if you look across the whole platform of YouTube, no one can technically give you a review on this particular item. I'm the only individual on the whole YouTube platform who've ever actually put videos out on this particular item, because this item does not come from the United States. I did not obtain it from the United States, even though I am in the States. Okay, this was something that I actually had to pick up from an authorized Milwaukee distributor from overseas. Okay, but I'm gonna go into quite a few things because we know where a lot of Milwaukee products are made, and for the viewers and some people out there, when it comes to certain particular items, if you do not know where certain things are made, we're gonna touch a little into that topic right now. Okay, but as you can see in this particular item, okay, this is the Shockwave Impact Duty Set. Okay, this is the original lug nut socket set with the lug nut sleeves. Okay, this is a 6-point metric impact set, which is ranging from 17 millimeter, 19 millimeter, and 21 millimeter. Okay, so I'm gonna get this case open, right, so that we can take a good look and inspect the items. Okay, so now as you can see, like I stated, I have put this set out in videos before, in order for the viewers to take a look. Okay, and as you can see, towards the inside, how they have the plastic caps, to protect the lug nut caps itself, plus the outer portion for the rims. This is why technically they have the sleeve, and as you can see, these are 6-point metric. Okay, 1/2-inch drive. All right, so this is basically what particular case that this set actually comes in. There has been quite a few other videos that I show on my channel that I demonstrated that there is a particular set that comes with this sockets and other units just as well. I think it's like bits and magnetic nut drivers and things like that. But see, these items are not distributed here in the United States. I actually obtained this particular item from Australia. Okay, so it was sent out to me. Real quick, just to show you, where it was distributed and manufactured. Okay, as you can see, this is by Tektronic Industries. All right, what is this? Winnenden, Germany. And as you can see, this is the Milwaukee Tool EU. Okay, when I did obtain this item, I did have to get the version of the US dollars to the EU dollars when it came to the shipping and the transaction and things like that. Okay, it took me a little minute when I did purchase this particular item. Like, it took like quite a while for it to be delivered. I think it took me almost like 2 months or something like that for them to deliver this to me when I did receive it. Okay, but I still haven't seen, no one out there, either by Milwaukee company, because at a particular time before I actually obtained this item, I did actually call a Milwaukee customer service, and I was trying to find out locations and retailers where I can obtain these particular sockets. And even Milwaukee here in the United States, like, they didn't have no answers for me. They were technically directing me back to overseas. And the issue is that some of the authorized dealers overseas that have a lot of Milwaukee equipment, especially when it comes to the automotive service field, they don't technically ship to the United States. What they do is, I think they send certain items to a designated area that's a little bit more closer to them. Okay. But I think, that's how that technically works out there. All right. So I'm gonna get out a couple of other items so that we can take a look at, where they come from and things like that. Once again, just to show you here that this particular set comes from Winningding, Germany. Okay. And as you can see, the part number is 4932451568. Okay. So when you go to Google this particular item, or you go to any authorized dealer, authorized seller here in the United States, they don't carry this item. Okay. When you reach out to them and you ask them about this item, it's very hard and rare. Okay. Throughout all the videos that are on YouTube in the platform, when it comes to Milwaukee products, like I said, there has not been ever nobody else who ever been able to produce this footage to you, because they technically don't have the items in hand like I do. Okay. In order to give the review. All right. So we're going to move along. Okay. So just as well as I got through, where these particular lug nuts come from. Okay. As you can see, I have some other items sitting now at the top of the tool cart. Okay. This is the original lining from one of my Milwaukee 4-flat sets. Okay. But I've got this out so that I can show you where certain things come from. Okay. And as you can see, it says that it's professionally made in China and Taiwan. Okay. And that comes with the 4-flat set here. Okay, moving along, as you can see, these are some bits. Okay. And it says that they're professionally made in China. Okay. For Milwaukee tools. They're not stating that these are mixed of China and Taiwan, like some other brands that they have. Okay. Like the socket adapters are made in Taiwan with further processing in China. Okay. And this is some super sawzall blades, but I just wanted to point that out real quick when it comes, to some of these items. Let's see if I can get the light a little bit more better. Okay. So that's just pretty much about that right now. Okay, so pretty much, I'm going to wrap this up on this particular video. All right, until tomorrow, until I get into, these modifications, just to show you again. Okay, because this is going to be for the battery solutions for the M18 line. Like I stated, I only purchased 4 at the prior moment so that I can get a good visual and my plans when it comes to this 5-drawer US General tool cart. Okay. So we're going to get back to it, right? We're going to basically check you later. And until that next tool review, next tool haul, and the next modification video, we're going to check you later, all right? Everybody have a safe and a blessed evening out there. As always, peace.